Hey there, y'all. Bunkle here. Hope you've been having a great day. Hope every day is a blessed day for you and y'all. So I got here a stack of packs. 1991 Fleer football cards. Collect Fleer Pro Visions and All Pro limited edition cards. Very cool stuff. Now, if you're looking at PSA 10 values, there's a couple cards in here that could possibly, potentially be worth a nice little chunk of cheese if they're in PSA 10, of course. In particular, well, greats that could be in here: Joe Montana, Bo Jackson, Reggie White, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders. Those are potential greats that are in here. Who else? Boomer Esiason is another one. Cards that are valued PSA 10 wise. Again, Joe Montana, most recent sale of a PSA 10 Montana is at $150. Bo Jackson, there has been a recent sale of a PSA 10 Bo Jackson at $137.06. Card number 408, that's a Joe Montana with an error on it. Shows him as fourth on the yardage list, not third on the yardage list. There's another Bo Jackson, LT, Reggie White. Beyond that, I don't know if I'd really go for grading, because the Rob Burnett is worth 40 in a PSA 10 and like 3 in a PSA 9. So, I mean, you got to consider, if you don't get a 10, you only get a 9. I don't know if the resale value after paying a $20 grading fee is really worth like $3 or $4. So, I mean, that's all on you. Now, I'm not much of a slab person. Maybe you're more of one. I like my personal cards raw, ungraded. I just like them as part of my collection. I do have a bunch of slabs, but they're part of the collection, I guess. Pickups that I made along the way, not cards that I got personally graded because I have to have it framed or something. Anyway, let's get ripping. I got a stack of frappers here, ready and good to go. I also got a stack of top loads just in case I see anything really cool. Let's get going with pack number 1 here, see what we find here. Now, the one thing I do remember about these is the color. Bright green back. I mean, that's like a pine tree green. And the borders, bright green with like weird coloration. I mean, it's kind of like an in-action card, but not really, kind of. It's like a posed in-action card. So, we'll start off. We got Dean Biasucci. I'm seeing Brian Hinkle, Paul Farron, Richmond Webb, James Hasty. Now, I hate those color combinations. That is horrible as far as that bright yellow on there. Got Frank Cornish, Rick Fenny, Johnny Holland, Cortez Kennedy, Keith Byers, Drew Hill, Raina Thompson, Anthony Thompson, and Michael Haynes. Now, maybe I should have put the Cortez Kennedy up, but you know what? I'll just leave him on the side. I think we're going to get a good full wall anyway. Pack number 2 going here. I am seeing Mike Rozier, Sam Mills, Leon Seals, Darryl Pollard, Steve McMichael, Derek Thomas. Oh, hitters, Reggie White card. Okay, so we got our first wall card. That's $397. That's not in the top 10 as far as PSA values, but you know what? That's going to go up to, ooh, and I see a familiar name underneath there. Got Bruce Perkins and Emmitt Smith. All right, now we're clocking on the PSA board, and the PSA 10, and that would not qualify. Look at the badly centered, but still, Wall of Fame card. Don Mosabar, Mike Dumas, Art Monk, all right. Wide receiver, Redskins, great wide receiver. Junior Seau. I'm wondering, should I put Art Monk up? I don't know. Keith Sims, finally. Let me know if you would have put Art Monk up on your Wall of Fame. I'm back and forth on some of these players, that's for sure. I mean, some of them are definite. They got to be up on the Wall of Fame. Others, I kind of hesitate a bit on. And occasionally, I might not put some players up. And other times, I do, like Art Monk. There's times that, yeah, he goes on the wall, but other times, not so quickly. All right, let's get going with pack number 3 here. Now, that Emmitt in a PSA 10, would be $49. So, that's not gradable in my eyes. We got Isaiah Holt, Ricky Ellison, Steve Walsh, quarterback. You know what? I'll put him up. Mark Ripien, Lomas Brown, Ferrell Edmonds. Ooh, hitters, Leslie O'Neill. I mean, and here we go with that bright yellow, and the yellow background. Come on, and now that's actually a two-player action-ish card. This one is too. Okay, look at this. We're getting multiple people in here. Got Kevin Green. And we got a whole crowd of people in this one. Wow, okay. Got Tim Harris, Irving Fryer, back to the one-person cards. Lorenzo White, Carl Mecklenburg, Dave Meggett, Anthony Munoz. Okay. Let's get the Walsh up on the Walsh. Walsh on the wall. I'll put him over there with Emmitt. Why not? Be an interesting combo. Get the next pack going. Now I had 8 packs to start, so that makes this pack number 3. Pack number 4, sorry. Who can count? I can't count sometimes. We got Billy Joe Tolliver, Gary Zimmerman, Ben Smith, Tommy Kane. Well, that could have gone to the side. Andre Waters, Greg Montgomery. We got a checklist. Everybody wants the checklist. Not really. Val Sikahima, Neon Dion. All right, now that's nice. I'll definitely frapper up a Neon. That's great card, great player. Brett Perryman, Bruce Smith, Tom Rathman, Ron Morris, and Barry Word is the bird. No, bird is the word, not word is the bird. Let's get Deion Sanders. Now, I like how they got all the big neon colors behind them. I mean, that's just fitting. So we'll put Deion Sanders up over there. All right. Next pack going. These are always cool just to look at in some ways. I mean, Flair was kind of transitioning from ugly cards to trying to do something decent, although I don't know who picked these. These colors are just way off. Now, that's really bad centering. I'm glad that's not a great card, great player, because that's horrible. Got Steve Atwater, Otis Anderson, Lewis Billups, Dennis Smith, Sam Clancy. Oh, that horrible yellow. Oh, that's bad. Gary Anderson, Mike Babb, Dan Marino. Okay, now that's nice. Badly centered, though, of course, again. Brad Baxter, Martin Bayless, Joey Browner, Brad Muster, Brian Blades, and finally Eric Allen. Let's get that all in frappers here. All the one card, Dan Marino. I just did a sports cards worth money with Dan Marino cards not too long ago. You can take a look on my channel. I have a playlist dedicated. I've done something like 40 some odd videos with sports cards worth money, all kinds of players, teams, sports, all different things. Got Greg Townsend. Oh, and we got a topple of the pile. Putting together a big pile of football cards here. Jack Trudeau, Warren Williams, Greg Rokowski, Gary Wilkins, Mike Stonebreaker. Now, if he's going to be breaking stones by running into them, that could be, I guess. Got Derek Walker, Wade Wilson, Ron Heller, John L. Williams, Anthony Toney, Warren Moon. I'll put Warren Moon up in a frapper. I say so. And another checklist. We got another checklist. Checklist. Yay. Got Lewis Sharp as our last in that pack. I'd say, you know what? We got a few great quarterbacks in these packs so far. All right, last two. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'll go mo. See what's in here. Who we got in here? Got Howie Long, Nick Bell, Wilbur Marshall, Barry Sanders, okay, nice card. He'll get a frapper. Tony Page, Stephon Page, Jim Everett, Sterling Sharp, great wide receiver for a little while. Andre Tippett, Carl Zander, Warren Powers, Mark Collins, Eddie Brown, spike that ball, and Jesse Hester. All right, so we got one more for the frapper. Nothing really for top loads so far, I wouldn't say. There's a few that would go top loads, but nothing that I found so far. So we got the last pack, and this is where I say thank you much for commenting, thumbs upping, subscribing, all that great stuff. I definitely appreciate it. I especially like the comments, because there's some great ones that do come through, and I learn more about cards, especially things that I didn't collect back when. We're starting off with Jeff Cross, Reggie Cobb, Danny Stubbs, Jerry Robinson, Russell Maryland, Gerald Riggs, Cleveland Gary. Yeah, okay, well, got Indiana and Ohio. Interesting name combination. Sammy Smith, John L. Williams, as opposed to John M. Williams or John J. Williams or something like that. Got Frank Stams, Keith Woodside, John Stevens, Jerry Rice, all-pro card. Okay. Now that's frapperable, and I'd say top-loaderable. I mean, centering looks pretty decent. Might be a little bit off right to left. I'm not totally sure. I'd have to measure that out later. But we'll see what happens there. And Jim Ritchie. So Jerry Rice was the biggest hit, I'd say, in these. Although, you know what? It's kind of questionable. The Dan Marino's a great hit. The Emmitt Smith's a great hit. Some people say Deion Sanders would be a great one. Barry Sanders, another all-time great. So definitely not all that bad. I mean, outside of the fact that I'm half blind from the color combinations here right now, and the fact that my eyes are not exactly new eyes. They're kind of oldish. So I'll put Jerry Rice in the middle. All in all, pretty much of a fun rep. I definitely enjoyed going through these. I hope you did as well. If there's anybody I missed that you would have put up on your wall of fame that I didn't, let me know, like I say, in the comments. Anyway, y'all take care. Stay well. Stay blessed always. Bunkle out.